What inspires me about being a physician is just simply taking care of the patients, developing that bond with my patients, and especially what I do, the nature of my specialty, there's that lifelong bond that you create with a patient from an early age all the way through in all the different phases of life. And really, the patients almost become an extension of your family in a way. You get to know them. So it's probably got to be that bond with the patient that is really the most fulfilling for me. As well as being a physician, one of the most important things to me is being a family man. So I almost get a little choked up. This sounds funny, but I value so much being a family man, and being part of that process, seeing a family come together is just an incredibly intimate experience. And to be able to be part of that, I feel is really an honor and a privilege for somebody to give you that trust. I've taken care of grandmothers, mothers, daughters, and aunts, and a family in that sense as well. So not only that nuclear family, but the extended family. I can remember Easter Sunday, one time I'm sitting there with my wife and daughters, and a young lady came running up to me, and she was so excited she just got engaged. And I took care of her mother, her grandmother, and her sister, and she was so excited. And since that time, I've delivered 2 of her children. So, what other specialty can give that to you? It's just an honor and so rewarding. I take care of women through all phases of their life, and in particular, I take care of women in their menopausal years, whether it's at the beginning of menopause when they're very symptomatic, all the way through to full-blown menopause and the symptoms and issues that can come about through that. And some of these issues may be medical, some of them can be social. Really, you have to take the patient and their specific needs into consideration as far as what those risks and benefits may be. Because for one person, a certain treatment may not be a very good approach, but for another person, it may be very beneficial. So really, you have to take the individual into consideration when you're tailoring their treatment plan. My philosophy of care is dedication. Being a physician is a tremendous responsibility. It's an obligation to be dedicated towards patient care and giving them your best. And anything less than that is substandard and not acceptable. So my philosophy is dedication to my patients and giving them my best. We're not a huge organization that's you're going to be treated like a number. And I'll give you an example. So I have a network of what I consider colleagues and friends. And I have their cell phones and their numbers in my cell phone. If I need to help a patient, I can reach out. And I'll give you an example. I just had a young lady who had an abnormal mammogram. So I had to call her and discuss those results with her. Radiology was recommending a biopsy, and there wasn't a whole lot of space in the schedule for scheduling the patient. But when I reached out to the radiologist and let them know that my patient was anxious and really we needed to maybe move things along quicker than anticipated just because of the patient's concerns, we made that happen. And it's those connections that you have with your colleagues and your coworkers, the staff, that everybody's kind of working together to provide the best experience for the patient.